Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your back porch professor. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful weekend, but I can tell you most certainly who's not. And that's the dying, decaying, degrading Democrat Party. We've got another defection to report, the second one in a single week. Hawaii State Representative Elle Cochran just announced that she was resigning from the Democrat Party and she's formally joining the Republicans. Now, you'd be very interested in the district that she represents. She represents House District 14. House District 14 covers West Maui and the Lahaina area. Now, remember, those are the locations of those horrible fires back in 2023? Well, Elle Cochran was elected as a Democrat back in 2022, the year before the fires. And she's been very blunt and how horrified she and her constituents have been over the Democrat majority's handling of the fires. Not only were the fires themselves suspect in terms of the political incompetence behind the conditions that led to the fires, but she said that since then, the Democrat-dominated legislature in Hawaii has done literally nothing for the victims of those fires. She said that her pleas on behalf of her constituents have either been ignored or they've been sabotaged. Now, I know that many of you have wondered if there have ever been any political consequences for Hawaii Democrats, given how they botched this disaster that killed over 100 people, left $5.5 billion in damage. And the answer is yes, there have been consequences, maybe not as dramatic as what we would have hoped. But as we speak, there are now more Republicans in Hawaii's legislature today than there have been in the last 2 decades. Republicans have made very notable gains, particularly in 2024 in Hawaii. That was the first major election since the fires. And Cochran's defection is only serving to grow that already expanding number. So obviously, while not red, Hawaii is getting redder. And it's been doing so at a rapid rate, far faster than the last 2 decades. But this is actually the second defection in a week. Earlier this week, South Carolina State Representative Lucas Atkinson officially switched from Democrat to Republican. We actually reported on that. He's filing to run for a 6th term in the state house under now the GOP. He's a 5th-term lawmaker from Mullins, Atkinson. He represents House District 57. He's been a Democrat state representative since 2016. He won his last election with 60% of the vote, so he's no political pushover. But now he's officially joining our team. He's officially running as a Republican. And this is just frankly par for the course at this point. One study found that for every one Republican who switches parties to become a Democrat, 4 Democrats switched to the Republicans. The switching disparity on behalf of Republicans is 4-1. I mean, it's pretty astonishing stuff. And again, we're seeing it in real time. Back in September, South Dakota State Representative Perry Poirier, officially defected to the Republicans. And her switch, get this, left the South Dakota House with just 5 Democrats as compared to 65 Republicans. So in a 70-seat state House, the Democrats are down to 5 seats. That's South Dakota. The Democrat Party in South Dakota is literally functionally extinct. And then there's the absolute tidal wave of defections happening in the border counties in southern Texas. So Webb County Judge Tano Tirina, a top elected official in the county, he recently went on Fox and Friends and announced he was done with the Democrat Party. The woke Democrat Party is now officially Republican, and he specifically called out the Democrats on border security, on the oil and gas industry, and of course their abhorrent obsession with wokeness. And just to underscore what's happening there, this is a county that voted for Hillary with nearly 70% of the vote back in 2016. That radically Democrat vote swung by over 50 points to Trump in 2024. Let that hit you. That's why there's this 4-1 party switch discrepancy among the Republicans. The political realignment along particularly the southern border in Texas is absolutely historic. There are 18 border counties in Texas. Historically, every single one have been solid blue. They've been voting Democrat literally for about a century. In November 2024, 14 of those 18 border counties in Texas went red. They voted Trump. Again, these were counties that were once considered unshakable Democrat strongholds for generations. And we could keep going and going. North Carolina, There are a bunch of defections in Jersey, in Kentucky. Scores of Democrat politicians are defecting and becoming Republicans. And the key appears to be how the Democrats are constantly on the wrong side of 80-20 issues. So there are a number of political issues, we talk about them all the time, that garner supermajority support, right? Border security, mass deportations, banning trans athletes from women's sports, voter ID, and an issue after issue after issue. The Democrat Party is on the 20 side of 80-20 issues. They're staking their position with the single most radical left-wing lunatics in the nation who couldn't garner more than 20% support. And after a while, that consistent unpopularity begins to take its toll on party membership. This is why the Democrat Party has lost millions in voter registration since 2020, all the while the Republicans have gained millions. It's because the Republicans are consistently on the supermajority side of 80-20 issues, while the Democrats are on the super minority side. And that radical unpopularity is beginning to take its toll on the party. So as far as I'm concerned, the demise of the Democrats could not possibly come soon enough. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button for breaking news and analysis you're not going to get anywhere else. Love you guys. God bless.